All right. Really, really proud of this football team coming on the road, getting a road victory against a team that's playing extremely well, extremely confident, was playing for a chance to represent our side in the Mountain West Championship. And, we talked starting on Monday, talked about we got to finish. We got to finish. We said it last week, finishing at home, but we got to finish what we started out to do. And talked about starting strong, staying strong throughout the whole game, and finishing strong. And I thought we started strong with the interception and then the quick touchdown. We stayed strong through some adversity. We obviously had some defensively. They were hurting us on the outside perimeter runs, the load option and the counters and the speed sweeps. But I thought in the second half we came out and finished strong. I think Paul was telling me they were like 5 of 6 on third downs in the first half, and then maybe just converted one in the second half. And really proud of the guys and the effort to keep playing. A lot of times we think we want it to be pretty. It's not a pretty game. It never plays out the way you think it's going to play out in a game, and you got to keep playing for 60 minutes. And those guys did that. It's great to see KP come back and make a play on a pass. He's had his ups and downs in pass covers, but to make a play, I think Corey James had great pressure on that play to get the pick, and then to run out the clock and be able to take a knee. That's tell the guys that's the best formation in football. We were able to do that, and it's a great night to be a Ram.
What's immediate ball eligible?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot from where you were when you were 2-4, and then 3-5. After the loss to San Diego State, and you got a lot of people wondering, what's going on, but I wasn't wondering. I just want to reiterate to the guys that we're going to stay true to our standards and our disciplines of how we go about doing things, and challenge every coach, every player, every manager, every strength coach to continue to do what they had to do to put us in position where we had a chance to win on Saturdays. And we had to be accountable to each other. And I really feel like nobody batted an eye. They answered the challenge, and they kept working, and I've seen us improve, every week as a football team since that loss to San Diego State. And proud of the guys. And, just because we're bowl eligible, like I just told them in there, we're going to enjoy this one, but we're going to finish what we started. And that's try to improve this week and get ready to play on the road and try to get another conference win on the road.
This team has obviously improved the second half of the season, but you feel you guys as a coaching staff have grown up a lot in the past few weeks?
Yeah, the more you work together with someone, the more continuity and comfort zone you have with guys. I mean, early in the year, there's things we would say, and we weren't getting it. What's the word I'm looking for? Coach to the kids properly, something I might have understood and Will understood, but we weren't getting it explained the right way to the players on the field. I'm talking about practice, we can't get it right, but there's a lot of adjustments that go on in the game of how we're going to block things and change things up. But I feel like everybody is starting to get to understand everybody and where we're coming from. And then defensively, those guys have really done a nice job of working together. I know we gave up some yards in the first half. This week, the first half against UNLV. But I really think we've been playing a lot better defensively since Clyburn has moved to Mike, the Air Force game. Still giving up too many explosive plays, but I feel like we've settled down a little more and starting to play together as a team.
You said you knew you would give up some yards and some plays. I think it was 5 for 130. They had 5 plays that count for 137. That was a number you could live with, wasn't it?
Well, as long as we won, yeah.
But it wasn't anything that blew out like a 60-yard run.
Yeah. And they were, you don't want to give up any explosive plays, but that's how their offense has lived all year. They've had to make the explosive, the big play. And 5 for 137 is better than 5 for 250, the 60, 70-yard runs. I think they had a 75 or 80-yarder against Boise. So, just getting them on the ground. That one stop right there to get them on the ground. I think before that, Joe Kowalik ran the quarterback down and tackled him. They ended up getting another first down, but he saved an explosive play in my mind. And then that when we got him to first and goal at the 10, we kept stopping them. They were moving the ball, but it's hard to score first and goal from the 10 or the 9. We had several of those tonight. That's the worst position for me to be in when you're first and goal at the 10-yard line. And our defense rose up and stopped them. Jake Slager's in there. Trent's down, and he comes in there and makes a couple stops. And then DeAndre with his great effort. So you just got to get them on the ground, make them snap it again. It's hard for anybody to go 8, 10 plays and score a touchdown.
I know you don't worry about these things, but do you mind doing a favor for Air Force?
No, not at all. Coach Calhoun's a great guy. Yeah. Well, they've earned it. They've deserved it. It's not just, hey, we beat Air Force. It's you got to play a whole season. You got to play every game, and it's a credit to those guys. Of coming back and continue to stick with what they do and continue to get better and put themselves in position to play for the championship. And they've done that. And that's a credit to their coaches and their kids.
You had that, I think it was 11-play, 92-yard drive after you blocked it through. How impressed were you with how your offensive line really kind of took over that game?
Well, I think I told you guys when I first got here, if you want to be a championship football team, and to me, championship isn't just hoisting the trophy. It's responding with a championship effort, the way you live your life, the way you show up every day at practice. But if you want to be a championship-level team, you got to be able to run the ball when they know you're going to run it. And that's what that drive was about. I don't know how many. I think we threw two. The first one to Richard to get a first down, get us out. And then the third down pass from Nick Stevens to Jordan Vaden. What an unbelievable throw and an unbelievable catch. And Nick, who, is starting to play with confidence, didn't hesitate. He saw the opening, he ripped it where only Jordan could catch it. Jordan went up and got it, got his foot down. And I think the other 9 plays were runs, if I'm not mistaken. Izzy comes in there, who, when Izzy's in there, he breaks tackles. And he's fresh when he comes in there. That's why we like to save him where he's fresh. And this end of the season, teams are beat up. And then at the end of a game, teams are a little bit tired, and then you bring a bigger back in there, and you understand what you're doing as an offensive line and a quarterback getting us in the right play. You got a chance to gash some people with some runs. And, we put a lot of that. There were a couple plays where I changed from the sideline, but most of it was on Nick Stevens doing a great job of getting us in the right play, and the guys executed it.
Mike, similar situation to what you had at going into halftime, San Diego State, a chance to drive,
Yes.
field goal, take that lead. Was there any hesitation about trying to drive that distance in that situation, given what had happened previously?
No, there wasn't. I felt comfortable. Well, I was a little cautious early on. I throw a screen to Richard. Yeah. Yes. Well, that play. I mean, they kind of sniffed that one out. But we called one of those super fakes where you turn your back and try to, I mean, you gotta let it all go. And there wasn't any hesitation. You play to win. I've told the guys I was going to be aggressive. Now, we've been a little bit more conservative with run calls, but I'm not going to be afraid. I got to trust Nick. I got to trust the guys. And he made a smart play. They covered it. He scrambled out, and he got 4 or 5 yards. And then after that point, it was kind of just play. I'm going to go fast, but not real fast, and see if we can get something to spit. And we did. And we did a nice job getting 3 points right there before half.
How much do you think that just coming in at halftime with a lead as opposed to being tied?
Well, it gives you momentum. But, we had already missed the 1 field goal there. But we're lining up for that field goal. And I was going down the sidelines to the offense, to the defense. I said, I don't care if he makes it or not. It's all about body language. As soon as he kicks it, we're just sprinting off this field like he made it, whether he did or not, because I didn't want it to be a downer if we didn't make it. And fortunately, he made it, but I didn't even look. I just took off sprinting because we weren't losing the game.
Did you at least glance up at the scoreboard to see if they put points up there?
No, I just kept – I said, well, I saw our guys give me 5, but I didn't look to see if it went in. I just ran because I didn't care. And I wanted the guys to say it didn't matter what had happened. We had 30 minutes to go. Whether we scored a touchdown or not, we have 30 more minutes to play.
Those 3 weeks in a row, you scored going into half and scored coming out of it.
Yeah, that's a good recipe.
Changes, yeah.
I think it's starting out with a good plan. We've been sitting down. I'm not a guy that scripts out 8 plays or anything like that, but we have been the last 3 weeks sitting together as a staff and talking about openers, possession in 10 plays, or sometimes after TV timeouts or something, things to start drives. And I think we've been very effective on first downs the last 3 weeks.
You mentioned trusting Nick. Did you put more trust in Nick as this game went on, just the way he made reads or the way he escaped in the pocket at certain times?
No, we had that meeting after San Diego State, and we talked about, we talk a lot, but we got to trust each other to do their job. And it's not just y'all, it's coaches too. I got to trust you to do what we call. And just made a commitment to myself that I was going to trust our players to go out there and execute. We practice it. We feel good about it. I put it on the call sheet. Then let them go do it if they're giving us the looks that we thought coming in the game. I trust him on that 4th and 1, and he should have hit it wider, but that's
That's the trust in practice. That's his first field goal attempt this year. How much of a decision was behind
Is
trying
it?
to 53-yarder.
Yeah, we totally screwed that drive up. We get a positive play and have lost yardage. It's the worst thing you could do is not get points there. And I was just kicking myself. Thought I'd cost us the game right there. But there was a lot of hesitation to kick the field goal. But we made a decision that, over 50 was going to be Braxton. And it did help. It was a high snap. It kind of throws off a freshman's rhythm a little bit, and he mishit it. But, we felt confident in him, and just what I was talking about. We made a decision, and I was going to trust the guy going in. I went with that. I went with the gut.
Your defense finished it for you, though.
They did.
You won the turnover battle. You get 3 interceptions.
The defense played awesome. We put them in, offense puts them in that situation. They just responded with an interception. You got a chance to go up 2 scores. You don't necessarily need to score a touchdown, but at least get a field goal out of that drive and milk some clock, because they're not made to go fast. They're not made to, especially when they've got to throw it a little bit. But the defense did a nice job. And was the sack after the 4th down conversion? Yes, yeah.
The very next play.
Yeah, they get the quarterback just did it. I mean, we got him hemmed up, and our dart, we've been getting on our ends about containing that 1/3 14. So they're trying to contain, and he squirts up inside the pocket, makes a great play. But the next play, Joe Kowalik was just, we stayed outside. We contained the quarterback. We didn't let him, get outside of containment. And Joe was there where he was supposed to be and made a great sack. It was 15-yard loss, I believe, and just very proud of how the defense responded and to finish it right there at the end of the game.
Mike, another huge game for Richard. He becoming the career school's all-time receptions leader.
Right.
Obviously, he was the go-to guy in a lot of critical situations. Just what can you say about the value he had, his value right now to this team?
Well, I believe that we're starting to, he's starting to understand what we're trying to do offensively. I think him and Nick are in a good rhythm of what we're doing. And there's no doubt when I call plays, I try to get the ball to him because he's a difference maker. Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped those 2 tonight because I think those might have been his first drops all year because he has such strong hands, and you expect him to catch everything. But I'm real proud of him. I'm real proud of him of staying the course and playing for his teammates and started practicing like a great player should practice. And I think you've seen 3 straight weeks of practice paying off. And I remind him of that after the game. I'll remind him of that on Monday. And but I think he's in a good place. Well, I know he's in a good place. And you can't worry about everything outside. You got to worry about what you can control and how you work. And I think he's doing a nice job of that. I'm sure he's going to look at the tape and say, I left a couple out there. But he's such a threat. And I might have told you guys, or I told the TV guys, I thought this game was going to be a lot like Air Force where they were going to blitz and play man coverage. And we were going to have to put a hat on a hat, and we were going to have to side it up. We were going to have to make some plays in the passing game. And I don't know how many Nick ended up throwing for, but it's probably similar to the Air Force game, high 200s, I'd imagine.
264, 260 something.
Yeah.
You talked about finishing out games. You also relay that message to them in terms of finishing out the season. You go from 3 and 5. You have a chance to win your Final 4.
Yes.
Your Final 5.
Yeah.
How important is that for them? And
Well, we talked about it. It was a big deal last week, last home game, finishing out strong, and and then after that, that Monday we talked about we're not done. We got to continue to fight. We got to continue to finish. And then today we talked about, where we came from, 2 and 4, then 3 and 5. But you got a chance to get bowl eligible. You got a chance, to win 3 in a row. You got a chance to actually win 5 out of your last 6 as a football team. And in order to do that, all right, we got to finish. We got to finish everything we do every single day. I thought we had a good week of practice. I said today's going to be no different. I said we're going to have adversity in the game. We're going to have setbacks, but we got to take ownership and accountability, and we got to react positively, and we got to keep playing and make sure we finish strong in this game. And then it'll be the same message next week.